Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Happy Independence Day. This is July 4th. First half of the day I spent hanging out with the family and something going on that you need to know about. That's why I'm here bringing it to you. First off, I love this Maura Healey shirt. You saw it on my Instagram. I'll have a link in the description below to the shirt if you wanted to grab one. And today we are going to talk about New Hampshire. There are 4 bills that have been approved by the House and the Senate. They're just going through the process where they basically correct typos before they send it to the governor's desk. And Governor Sununu, while he has said he's not in favor of any additional gun control, he has not come out and say whether he will veto these 4 bills or not, and that is telling. Typically, when he has something that's going towards his desk that he's not a fan of, he'll tell you, "I'm not. There's no way I'm vetoing this." And these 4 bills, all of them, passed with not enough of a voting difference to cover a veto, which means that it's going to come down to the governor. So he has an option on these 4 bills to either sign it into law, veto it, or do nothing. Once it reaches his desk, he has 5 days to do something. And if he does nothing, then it makes it and passes into law anyway. So I'm going to tell you about the 4. I want you to know that Gun Owners of America is also fighting this. So big up to them. They're always out there doing what's right. They're one of the big defenders we have of the Second Amendment nationwide. I'm going to reference the bills because there's 4 of them and I don't want to screw it up, so I got them here on my phone. And I'll give you a quick synopsis of each one, and you'll see why I'm filming this right now. The first one is HB 109. I have a link to each one of the 4 in the description. HB 109 will send you to jail for selling, loaning, or giving a gun to a friend or family member. This is something that they're trying to push. It is the private sale background check. Yeah, so if I want to go to the range for my son and say, "Here, son, shoot this .45, we need to do a background check at an FFL. Sounds stupid, right? Or if I say to my wife, "Here, you carry this gun today. It's a .380 and it fits in what you're wearing better. It's more comfortable." I need to do a background check. So this bill looks to outlaw private party sales and transfers and force all firearms transfers to be processed through licensed dealers. And like I said, those scenarios are going to be seen as transfers. Even though in the bill, when a bill was first coming out, they were saying, no, it's not going to happen that way if somebody goes to training, goes to range. The way the bill's written, it absolutely is that way. The other thing in this bill that not a lot of people know about is that it is going to take away the opportunity for 18 through 20-year-olds to buy handguns. Under this bill, dealers are prohibited from transferring handguns to anyone under 21 years of age. And since they're trying to force every transfer through a dealer, that's going to squash it for 18 to 20-year-olds. It gets worse. Gun dealers, which are private for-profit entities, they can charge whatever they want for this. So this could add a significant cost. So if you go down to your FFL and say, "I want to transfer this to my son," they could say, "Hey, all right, $200, $100, $50. Why should you have to pay for that? It's not a sale." One of the bad things in this bill that not a lot of people are aware of is when you go to buy a gun at a dealer and you do your NICS check, sometimes there's a NICS delay, and you can still have that gun transferred to you after 3 business days if there's nothing that comes back that prohibits you from purchasing that firearm. This bill looks to take away that opportunity, and the gun can't be transferred unless a specific NICS proceed response is given. So in essence, HB 109, what it really does is it's going to outlaw private sales in the state of New Hampshire. The state of New Hampshire, where there is almost no violent crime to speak of. They are well below the national norm or the national average as far as violent crime with firearms. And Giffords and her crew are making it sound like New Hampshire has to have this stuff right now because it's the wild, wild west. It's not. Number 2 is HB 514. And this was amended back and forth when it came through the Senate. But what this bill is going to do is to look to add a 3 business day delay for purchasing firearms. Now, that does not include weekends or holidays. So that could be a 6-day delay. Go to buy a gun on Friday. You got Saturday and Sunday, and Monday's a holiday. Say it's a holiday weekend. Then you got your day 1, 2, and 3. So 6 days before your purchase is allowed to go home with you. This bill also includes, for the first time ever in New Hampshire, a mandatory training requirement, which was brought forth by the New Hampshire Fish and Game's Hunter Education Program. And they are notoriously anti-gun. Number 3 is HB 564. And in this bill, schools and their committees could enact misdemeanor gun bans in which you go through and they change the gun ban, and you could be charged criminally for violating a gun ban that wasn't law before. The way the law is right now in New Hampshire, you can carry everywhere with a New Hampshire concealed carry permit. They're saying in this bill that, the schools still could authorize somebody by name and in writing to carry a firearm. That's never going to happen under this bill. And the last one, save the best for last, is HB 696. And 696 is on the surface an elder care bill, but when you drill down deep, it is New Hampshire's red flag bill. This bill, the way it's written, if you're caring for somebody in your family, and from what my friends in New Hampshire tell me, the VNA, the Visiting Nurses Association, or whatever it's called, the VNAs, but the visiting nurses are huge up there, very, very popular. And say a VNA comes in and they don't like the way that you have your house, or you're caring for your mom for whatever reason, they can call and have an ex parte hearing over a telephone with a judge, and your guns will be taken away. It's a red flag. It is insane. Red flag, New Hampshire. They just won't stop. Now, New Hampshire residents came out in force on April 30th and May 7th in public hearings against these bills. However, the representatives don't care. They pushed it through, and it is now going through the process to hit the governor's desk, and could literally hit his desk tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday. Could be days away, anytime. But then he has 5 days to make this law, veto it, or do nothing and make it law anyway. So what do you need to do? If you live in New Hampshire, you need to call the governor's office. Number's right here. It's also in the description. You need to tell them that you want the governor to veto these 4 unconstitutional bills. They're blatantly unconstitutional. These 4 bills, if made into law, will make New Hampshire a dangerous place. As always, when you talk to these politicians, you can be firm, but don't go off like a crazy person. Be polite. Use your manners. If you come off like a crazy person, you could get red flagged, so please be careful. As always, I want to thank my friends with Gun Owners of America. I just got off the phone with them to verify the stuff, that it was actually still a thing. But yes, it's about to hit the governor's desk. I'll also have a link in the description if you want to join Gun Owners of America. You can click on gunowners.org and you can join if you haven't already. I always say support those who support you, and Gun Owners of America is one of the ones that are out there fighting for us. I have very few, I'm about 5 agencies that I'm a life member to. Gun Owners of America is one of them. So please, if you could, please forward this information. I would enjoy it thoroughly if you would do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon to help this channel continue to grow. People need this message, and the only way it's getting out is if the viewers spread it, because YouTube's not going to let anybody see it if they have their opportunity. So until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Happy July 4th, happy Independence Day. I hope you're having a good one. Take care, everybody.